Hello everybody, this is Abhishek, and today in this video I'll be going to demonstrate you the configuration of Ipv6. So Ipv6 is a protocol which comes under the network layer. So it is same as the other configuration which I showed in you which I demonstrated in the previous videos. Simply the format of the IP address will be changed. So actually the IPv6 stands for Internet Protocol version 6. So it is the most recent version of Internet Protocol. So the communication of the protocol that provides an identi- identification and the localization system of the computer on networks is IPv6, and routers traffic across the internet. So it doesn't have any other when we compare IPv6 with IPv4, we see that there are lots of changes. So since IPv4 consists of lots of error detection methods, but that is not present in the IPv6. So moving on to the configuration. So basically now I'm using a Cisco packet tracer to demonstrate you the configuration of IPv6. So over here you can see that there is I already have set a topology in the packet tracer. So in this topology you can see there are 3 routers are here, and there are 3 end devices and 3 switches. So all the other videos which I demonstrated, I used generic router, but for the configuration of IPv6 we have to use some other high-end routers such as E2811, 2901, or you can use a 2911. Over here in this first PC, over here you can see that earlier we used to give the IP address submit mask over here, but now this is the IPv6 configuration. So this is the IP address, and this is the 60. This is the default submit. And since you can see for other PCs we have already mentioned the IP address, IPv6 address of that particular system. So now we'll look into the format of the address format of IPv6. So over here you can see that this is the header format of IPv6. So it is of 128 bits. So this is the first octet. So over here you can see the address translation in binary. So this particular, it consists of this particular number consists of 8 octets, and this particular number consists of another, and this another. Similarly it goes on. So 1 2 3 4 will these are the 4 numbers which will be consist of 32 octets. So over here so since this 0 and 0, you can, if there will be a zeros at the ending, the person can omit the first zeros, or they can put colon instead, but they can put colon. Similarly, which I demonstrated over here. Since over here I didn't mention anything over here, they are just simply 2 colons. That means between that we have all the 4 digits, we have zeros. So a person can omit writing all the zeros, or they can omit only the first zeros. So and see over here it's written that zeros can be omitted. It is in hexadecimal. So this is the address translated 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So now moving on to the packet tracer. We'll see how to configure the routers. So you can see that this is the these commands are used for the configuration of a router. First of all, for the configuration of router, we'll open the CLI, that is command line interface of a router, and we'll start configuration. We'll start doing the configuration of the router as we did for the other experiments. So over here you can see the interface, that is int gigabyte Ethernet. It is this is not new. For example, when we used to use generic router, used to give the interface like FA0/0. Over here, gigabyte Ethernet is the other interface. Is just another interface name for another router, which that's the higher end routers which we are using for IPv6 protocol. So it's a IPv6 address. Then we have to give the particular gateway of that particular address of that particular network, and no shutdown, and after that again exit. So over here you can see that this is the IPv6 gateway. So simply this, the IPv6 gateway for this particular LAN will be over here, and for this particular LAN it's over here, and for this particular LAN is over here. So similarly, if over here you can see that there is a WAN over here, that is WAN stands for wide area network. So when it comes to the WAN, so we'll give the interface like serial 0/0/0, because serial stands for the serial connection between the two routers. And if there will be a clock rate would be present, then we will mention the clock rate as 56,000. Similarly, you can see there is a clock rate present over here, that is SE0/2/0. So we have, it is necessary to mention the clock rate of this. So you can see that it's FE0/0 over here. So the interface used will be int FA0/0, then IPv6 address, then address of this particular gateway. I'll show you one demonstration for this. So first we'll check. So this is the IPv6 gateway which I have mentioned for this particular network. So it's the router. Now we are doing the configuration of this particular router. So now if the particular gateway for this was, so this was this, and now just as I mentioned, you can see this is the IPv6 address, this address, then after that we 64, like all the other experiment for, like depending on the class we used to give like a 255.255:255. So similarly over that, for this IP, in the consideration of IPv6, we have omitted all those things, and instead of that it will be such a huge number to type, so we'll be writing only /64. That is /64, and after that no such. So this was the configuration. Similarly, if we would try to perform the configuration for this router, we'll put the gateway for this one, and if we are doing between the routers, that is in the WAN, so we have to change the interface to SE2/0, and after that we have to give the gateway for this one, this point and this point, and if there is a clock rate, we have to, for the clock rate we have to mention 1000. So now I'll show you the demonstration. I'll just ping from one particular system to another. Copy the IP address of this system. So now I'll be pinging from this one. So you can see that since all the commands are being running successfully, so the user can so that it shows that two LANs are connected together over via WAN, and when the set of when a particular from one system a pinging command is then sent, then we get the echoes back from another, and all you can see that we received all 4 echoes. So this was the configuration for this was the IPv6 configuration. Thank you for watching the video.